Hello and welcome to the Housing Minute. My name is Samuel Gunter and I am recording this on Election Day. Across the state and around the country, folks are going to the ballot box to try and figure out who our next policymaker is going to be. And as we're doing that, as we're visioning what might be in the future, I want to remind you that we have policymakers making decisions today, some of which are incredibly consequential. And I want to talk about one of those right now. At the moment, our state's plan for how to deploy more than $500 million in federal disaster recovery money for Hurricane Florence is open for public comment through March 8th at 5 p.m. You can find that report at rebuild.nc.gov, and I would encourage you to go take a look at the report. Or you can read in the notes below. We have a blog post that gives you some of the highlights and lifts up some of the things we think are most crucial to know in the Florence action plan. And there are a couple of things that have changed from the action plan for Hurricane Matthew. When Matthew hit, a lot of that money was deployed through the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit Program to build new affordable housing in impacted areas. It was also used for targeted buyouts. Both of those things will still exist in the Florence action plan, but there's going to be more. And a couple of things that I want to highlight is the inclusion of down payment assistance for impacted renters who want to become homeowners in this plan, as well as home buyer education programs and resiliency training for both renters and homeowners to become better prepared to weather future storms. There's also going to be an affordable housing development fund that will also include a priority for smaller scale scattered site rental housing. This is a new thing in the Florence plan, and I would encourage you to take a look at what some of the impact might be and provide comment. Again, I would remind you that voting is not the only way that we engage our government and move our government. In between elections, offering state agencies with feedback on how they're deploying programs and at this point, how they're designing programs is a critical way that we make sure that this government works for all the people. Once again, rebuild.nc.gov. You have until March 8th at 5 p.m. to provide public comment. Thank you all for listening. We will see you next time.